Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you an everyday makeup drawer. I'm going to be going through my makeup collection, picking out products that I haven't used in a while, see if I still like them, picking out some newer products and products I've gotten in PR recently, and see how I feel about them in a couple weeks, give you guys an update at the end of the month. Well, actually, this is going to be my everyday makeup drawer for July and August combined. We're already halfway through July, so I figured this would just be my everyday makeup drawer for the rest of the summer. I keep my makeup pretty minimal during the summer anyway, so I find that it takes me a while to go through products or to switch things up because it's always like pretty minimal makeup that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So this is going to be my drawer pretty much for the rest of summer, and then we'll get into fall products in September, which seems like it's really far away, but it's really not. But that is going to be this video. If you guys want to see what's going to be in my everyday makeup drawer for the rest of summer, then just keep on watching. All right, so here is everything that was in my drawer for June and the first half of July. I actually always keep my setting powders in here. I'll just move it out of the way so you guys can get a better look of what was in my drawer. But first of all, this from Makeup Geek. This is the bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. I used to be super obsessed with this, but I've just been really into shimmer bronzers for like the last year that I can't get myself to use this anymore. So I'm gonna hang on to it for now, but I might actually end up decluttering it by the end of the summer. I'll probably do another palette declutter and like bronzer, blush, and highlighter declutter coming up in the next month. So I'll decide in the next couple weeks if I do want to get rid of it. I also have Smashbox Primerizer. I'm trying to just use this up, so I'm keeping this in here until I do. This is my collection of foundations that I'm actually trying to use up as well. The Yensa BC foundation. I love this. I'm in the shade Medium Warm. Really like this. I wear this like at least once a week. It's more of a BB cream for sure, so whenever I have like a really light makeup day or I just want to do my makeup in like 5 minutes and just wear this, some setting powder, concealer, mascara, and like a lip gloss. This is my go-to. I have a feeling I'll finish this by like the end of the summer, so I may keep this in here. Actually, I'll probably put this on my vanity because realistically I will still reach for this if it's not in my drawer. Still trying to make my way through my NARS foundation, so I'm hoping that by the time I do my next everyday makeup drawer in September, this will be all the way used up. You guys can see it's like clearly getting there for sure. I always combine this with my Lancome foundation because the shade is a little better. And I actually think the more that I'm wearing the NARS foundation, I probably won't repurchase this. This used to be my favorite foundation, but my preference in foundations has changed like in the past year, especially now that I have the Pure 4-in-1 foundation. That is so good and full coverage, and now I'm really enjoying full coverage foundations, whereas when I bought this I really liked more medium coverage. So just keep that in mind if you guys are interested in the NARS Natural Longwear Foundation, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Still absolutely obsessed with my Bare Minerals foundation. I'm trying to use this up as well, and I mix these together just to get a better shade match, but this is pretty similar to my Pure foundation. I will definitely repurchase this. I've been loving the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. Whenever I want like a light makeup look, I'll go for one of these. This one's a little bit less coverage. I need to use this Yensa primer a bit more. I didn't find that I was super drawn to it. I used it a couple times, but I didn't notice a big enough difference for me to want to continue using it, so I basically stuck to the Smashbox Primerizer or my Kylie Moisturizer, which I'm super obsessed with. I actually didn't even use my e.l.f. concealer at all because I'm really trying to make a dent in my NARS concealer. I really want to finish up like 1 or 2 concealers in the next month, so I'm just gonna keep the NARS one in here. I just didn't even use this because I've been trying to really use this up. There's a couple more things in here that I am definitely trying to use up as well. I think I told you guys that I would get rid of this soon, the Kevyn Aucoin contour book. I'm definitely almost done with the contour powder in here. I can wear this every single day and never ever get sick of it. It's the only product I use in the whole book, so I'm not gonna keep this in this drawer, but I will probably just reach for it on a day-to-day basis and end up decluttering this in the next month or so as well once I use up that powder. And then I'm really close to finishing up a bronzer, which is wonderful because I feel like bronzers are so hard to use up. I'm honestly at a point where I could just toss this because I'm just reaching in the edges. You can see like I took tweezers to like scrape out the edges so that I can get some product. This is pricey, so I am using every last penny of it. I know I bought it like 5 years ago, but still. I would actually repurchase this as well because I've never gotten sick of this bronzer, and I bought it, I think I bought it 2016, a few months before my wedding, so like 3.5 years. Definitely awesome. Sweet Tea by Too Faced, especially if you have a lighter complexion. Check this out because I really pack it onto my skin because it is a bit light on me. I did not wear these Beauty Light Wands from Charlotte Tilbury as much as I thought I would. I actually wore this one, the highlighter one, a little bit more, but the blush ones I wasn't really interested in wearing. It just felt like a little bit of a hassle for the kind of makeup looks I was doing in the past month or so, because usually if I wear like super minimal makeup, I really only wear like 2 or 3 products, and I don't want to take the time to do like highlighter or blush. And then when I'm doing like full coverage makeup, I want to go in with powder products. So it just wasn't like the vibe I was going for recently with like my day-to-day routine. But I do definitely still like the formula of these. I always get in a weird habit with liquids and creams. I either love them obsessively for like a month or 2, and then I never reach for them again. It just kind of depends on my schedule and how much time I want to spend with my makeup and just my day-to-day habit. Then we have some eyeshadow palettes. This one is from Wander Beauty. This is the Wondrous Seascape palette. I honestly did not touch this at all this month because I got a few new palettes that I'll share with you guys. Well, you know, they're the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette and also the ColourPop California Love palette, and because I've only really been wearing those palettes, I didn't even like reach for this palette at all, just because I've been loving those so much. But I did wear Natasha Denona Gold palette quite a bit. A lot of times that I would wear the Sunrise palette, I would combine these two together. This doesn't have like all the transition shades I like, and this is basically like all of my favorite transition shades in the gold palette. It has like all those warm browns and then this shimmer brown that I like to use for the outer corner, and then like some inner corner highlight shades. So I would combine both of these. So I definitely like using both of those palettes together. But that is everything that was in here for the month. This like lip collection is getting a little bit super random. I can definitely see a couple things in here that I do want to declutter. I might end up doing a lip declutter as well in the next like month or so. I know I don't want to keep like this gloss from Wet n Wild, some lipsticks from Flower Beauty I don't like the formula of, so I will clear that out in a couple weeks. And let me know if you guys like watching lip declutters. I don't know if they're as exciting as like eyeshadow palettes, but if you guys want to see a lip declutter, let me know, because I have some lip products up here as well that I can declutter in the next couple weeks. But I'm gonna clear this out and we'll pick out some products for the rest of the summer. All right, so this is probably the next drawer in my makeup collection where I'll be decluttering products and reorganizing very soon. But let's get into things, because there's like certain products I've been using like every single day, and I want to be realistic and see if I can like switch that up a little bit. Basically, I've been wearing my Ofra highlight every single day. I'm so obsessed with this. This is Ofra Rodeo Drive. The Cover FX blushes and bronzers every day, and also Milani Luminoso. I rotate between a Cover FX blush or Milani Luminoso. So I want to switch it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and let's go with the Physicians Formula Butter Blush, because this is kind of like a similar peachy tone as the Milani blush. This is in the shade Natural Glow. This is a very light blush, which I like to wear on like more lightweight makeup days, or I really pack this stuff on, and I actually really enjoy doing that and kind of building it up into my bronzer. And then I want to get like 1 or 2 more blushes. I use Gold Rush quite a bit as well. Oh, let's go with Bare Minerals. I haven't used this in a long time. This is called Call My Blush. This is from Bare Minerals, their Gen Nude blush. Another really pretty, more mauve toned blush, and a little bit deeper than that Physicians Formula one. Let's actually go with this one as well. I know that this is super pigmented, so I can actually probably wear both of these together and do like a little blush combination. This is from e.l.f. This is called their Brilliant Mauve Blush. I have no idea why they named this blush mauve when it's obviously like orange. But anyways, I will pull that one aside as well because I love shimmery blushes. I just love anything that basically resembles Milani Luminosa right now. Oh, okay, so I have actually been cream contouring a little bit. So let's actually pull out these two cream contour sticks. This is Anastasia Fawn. I've actually been wearing this a few times this week. See, I get in a phase with my cream contours as well. So I think I've been into that just recently because I have no idea why, but let's go ahead and take advantage of me actually getting in the habit of using this. I love this for a contour stick. This is like one of my favorite shades, Fawn from Anastasia. And I'll also bring out the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit. This is definitely way more warm than the Anastasia one. So on a day where I just want to look a little bit more bronzy and not so much like contoured, I will go for that. And then if I don't end up using this, I'll probably end up decluttering it in a couple months since I don't want it to go bad or anything. All right, so I just pulled this out for some highlighters. Let's go with the Makeup Geek. I think this is Makeup Geek Luster. Yes. I actually usually love this shade during the summer because it's more of like an icy highlight. It's really like a cool tone pink. And I feel like that shade, it looks a little strange on my hand, but I feel like that shade looks really good whenever I have more of a tan going on, and in pictures and stuff, it looks really good with like sunlight. So I'm gonna bring this one out because it used to be like an old favorite for sure. Then I also forgot about this highlighter. This used to be my favorite, the e.l.f. That's Heart highlighter. I used to be super obsessed with this highlight. It is gorgeous. It has a bronzy shade and an icier shade as well. So let's pull this out too because obviously I forgot that I have it because this used to be such a staple for me. So I'm gonna use that one as well. And then for bronzer, I think I'm gonna go with Too Faced Chocolate Gold. This is another one that I've hit pan on as well. So this is probably gonna be the next bronzer that I start to use up once I'm done with Sweet Tea. So I'll rotate between Sweet Tea and this one for the month. I obviously have an obsession with Too Faced bronzers. I keep purchasing them and I just think the quality is really, really great. So that's gonna be everything from here. If you guys want to see more into this, I definitely need to do a declutter this month because I already gave away some of the Cover FX blushes that weren't my favorite shades, but I could probably give away a couple more because I really reach for like the same 3 over and over, and same with some of the Wet n Wild highlighters. But yeah, you can probably do that like in the next 2 weeks or so. And then here is my gorgeous foundation drawer that like this is so aesthetically pleasing to me, especially compared to what it used to look like. So I did do a declutter and reorganization of this drawer. If you guys want to check that out, I just put up that video like a week ago. Primer, I'm using the Smashbox Primerizer, and then I also want to use up the little base tape from Tarte that I got in an Ipsy maybe 1 or 2 months ago. I've only used this a few times, but I feel like I can use this up in the next month as well and use it in combination with my Smashbox primer. That's gonna be it for primers because I do really want to declutter the Smashbox one just because I want to just use up products in my collection. And then I definitely want to start using the Lancome Absolute Powder. This is gorgeous for summer. I just started using it a little bit this week and I forgot how much I really, really like it. It's very, very glowy. It's almost a combination of a translucent powder and a highlighter together. So I definitely want to include that for the month because it's really, really glowy, very pretty. I'm not gonna pick out any foundations because I have so many that I'm trying to use up or declutter right now. So realistically, I'm not gonna rotate between any more. But for concealers, I am trying to use up my NARS concealer, but I also want to use up one of my lighter weight concealers. Actually, let's pull out these two. The top one is Hello Fab from First Aid Beauty, and then Flawless Fusion from Laura Mercier. These are both more lightweight concealers, and because whenever I'm wearing like a BB cream or a lightweight foundation, I don't like to use my Too Faced concealer or like a Jouer concealer that's like very full coverage. I feel like then the coverage on my whole face is a little like the texture looks off on my face when I have like the foundation where my skin is peeking through, and then the concealer that just looks like super, super matte. So these are a little bit more glowy, a little bit more lightweight, and I like to use that kind of concealer with more BB creams and lightweight foundations. Next up, I just unboxed this from Benefit. This is their Hello Happy face powder. This is their brand new face powder. They sent me a few different shades. I thought the shade 5 may work the best. This one's a little dark, so I might go down a shade or two, but this is super, super cute. I'm not sure what kind of face powder this is. It says Velvet Powder Foundation. So we will try this out. I actually like to use powder foundations whenever I'm using like a BB cream or something, just to give me a little bit more coverage. All right, so I just realized what the Hello Happy logo reminds me of from Benefit. The foundation has the same little face as well. If you guys remember from the Teletubbies, they would eat Tubby custard and Tubby toast, and the Tubby toast, I swear, it looked like this. So let me know if you guys remember that. Poe was definitely my favorite for sure, but yeah, little like 90s memory going on here. So I'm already excited about using the powder. I think that's gonna be everything in this drawer. I love this drawer so much. I really want to organize the rest of my collection like this. This is kind of like my goal for what I want this mess to look like eventually. So you guys will see that soon, but that's everything for the foundation drawer. Getting into eyeshadow palette. Oh man. Okay, so I definitely organized this about a month ago, and you know what it was? I just filmed that 10 palette comparison video, and then I just dumped all the palettes right here, because I'm like, I swear this was a lot prettier a few weeks ago. So that's why it looks like a complete mess, because I just took all the palettes and just put them right on top. So I will now reorganize that. I kind of wish I did that before filming, but you know, real life. So let's go with, honestly, California Love from ColourPop, because realistically, this might be like the only palette I use this month, because I'm so obsessed with the palette. It makes me really, really happy. I've been doing very minimal eyeshadow throughout the summer, but since I got this palette, I've been wanting to do more intense looks, and this has every shade that I want to wear for the rest of the summer, so I'm going to pick out that one. And then there's one more that I want to choose for the month, and this is going to be from Zoeva. This is a new palette to me. I was actually wearing this palette in my last video, my 10 palette comparison video. In case you guys are curious, this is like another warm palette. Kind of reminds me of the Kim Kardashian, kind of reminds me of like that setup from her palette. So gonna play with this a bit more. I've only used it like twice so far, so I'll see if I really like the formula. All right, so there's a few things in my face palette drawer that I actually want to use this month as well. First off, we have the new blush palette from Wet n Wild in collaboration with Pac-Man. I've been using that this palette this week. I really, really like it. I've been using these two shades combined, so really liking it so far. I think I'm gonna use it a lot this summer as well. I know I picked out a bunch of blushes, but just another good option of a newer release to use. In case you guys have been curious, this is the only product I've been using from the collection, the only thing that really drew my attention. But loving it so far, no issues with it. I actually want to pull out my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm palette, because I want to use it more this summer. I just want to take advantage of like the summery tones in here. So I don't want to put it away yet. So I'm gonna use this as well. I reach for it like once a week anyway, so let's make the relationship official and put it in my everyday makeup drawer, because it has those like glowy summer tones. All right, so that's gonna be everything in my drawer for the rest of the summer until the end of August. I definitely wanted to focus on products that were glowy, lightweight, minimal, bronzy, basically everything summer, because those are the products I want to hit pan on or use up, and this is the time of year I typically use those products anyways. But that's everything for my drawer. Let me know what you guys are using up right now, what products you're trying to hit pan on. I'd love to know that in the comments. And that is everything for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.